Hello, my name is Ben Hook and I am the Chief Information Officer at Rostand Williams Financial Services. I would like to thank my fellow board members for viewing this video. It is my role to understand and report on changes in the information technology and to help us maintain our status as a leader in technology within the insurance industry. To this end, on 12 September 2014, I attended a seminar by Microsoft on the use of cloud computing and had the opportunity to learn about what is currently considered to be the next big thing in IT. The purpose of today's presentation is to present forward a business model for the implementation of cloud computing and to seek approval and funding to pursue this project. The agenda for today's presentation is as follows: a brief background of Rostand Williams, introduction to cloud computing, business models for cloud computing, recommendations and conclusions, and lessons learnt. In the last year, Rostand Williams Financial Services has generated over $40 million in profit for our shareholders. This is predominantly due to our commitment to be the leaders in technology, service, and privacy within our industry. We currently employ over 1,000 staff, ranging from approximately 300 sales staff, 100 accounts and collections officers, 300 accountants, and 290 admin and support staff. The great think tank Wikipedia defines cloud computing as the provision of computerized resources as a service instead of a product. This can be further broken down into three distinct categories. Software as a service, which is the provision of software on demand for a fee that you access online. This could be this is similar to Google Apps, Dropbox, SpiderOak, good examples of software as a service. Platform as a service is where a platform can be rented in cyberspace, and on that platform, developers have the opportunity to develop their own code and develop their own software that can then be mobilized to other services and other devices. Infrastructure as a service is, in the simplest of terms, the provision of digital hardware that has been virtualized on the internet, so virtual machines. The services are delivered through four potential platforms or pathways. These pathways are the public cloud, the private cloud, the hybrid cloud, and the community cloud. The public cloud is a cloud service provided by a third party, like Telstra, Microsoft, or Google, and these are the most inexpensive ways to utilize this technology. A private cloud is essentially maintained and owned by one organization, not a third-party provider, and it's not dissimilar to the current IT infrastructure that we have across our national offices, except for the fact that all of the applications, data, and intellectual property would be accessible off-site by our staff if they had access to the internet. The hybrid cloud is an amalgamation that is partly private, partly public, and that allows the advantage of reduced pricing whilst having the ability to store your more sensitive information on a private cloud. The community cloud is a service that allows different organizations to access and edit one another's data. This has been implemented in the United States of America by the Federal Bureau of Investigations that has certain files that it wishes to share with other law enforcement agencies. Obviously, any restricted information can be restricted. You do have the ability to restrict access on these servers to those who are authorized to view it. And we will now consider each service and the possible effect on the implementation of any of these services within Rostand Williams. The table that you see in front of you is a breakdown of costs and profits associated with the implementation of SaaS, or costs and benefits, if you will. The associated costs are in relation to the policy preparation and maintenance, data transfer costs, management fees, licensing fees, training and support, and cloud licensing fees. These fees are all for the years 2014 through till 2020 and total $767,514.01. Now, the breakdown of benefits associated with the implementation of SaaS are the reduced cost to infrastructure, improved productivity, reduced insurances, reduced costs to support staff, reduced costs to licensed software, and that's also for the years 2014 to 2020. The total benefit is $1,311,965.20. This gives us an internal revenue rate of 71% and a net total present value of $425,514, leaving us with a score of 1.55 on the profitability index. The calculation of sensitivities on this slide is based around a weighted average cost of the program calculated at 53% and a growth rate of 15%. The table discusses the different actual costs of the program given different variables. In this instance, an increase in interest rate or a decrease in our expected productivity increase. The PaaS model and the EAS model that I'm about to show you are identical to the SaaS model in relation to the breakdown of costs and profits associated. However, for the PaaS model, the costs total $1,777,666.88, while the benefits total $3,917,642.20. This gives us an internal revenue rate of 120% and a total net present value of $1,828,817.72, which scores a 2.06 on the profitability index. The calculation of sensitivities, again, is based around the average cost of the program, calculated at 45.38%, and the growth rate of 15%. Now, with the EAS model, the total costs associated are calculated at $6,796,751 and gross benefits of $16,831,617. This gives us an internal revenue rate of 148% and a total net present value of $10,395,742, which leaves us with a score of 2.12 on the profitability index. The calculation of sensitivities on this page are based around the weighted average cost of the program, which is at 45.38%, and a growth rate of 15%. Some benefits of cloud computing are that the cloud computing is highly agile and inexpensive in comparison to the costs we currently pay for our physical infrastructure. It is accessible anywhere, and the data is stored in massive data centers off-site, which are highly unlikely to be destroyed due to acts of God, like thunderstorms, flooding, and earthquakes. In contrast, however, the privacy laws are associated directly with the physical location where the server is situated, not with where the contract is entered, and thus we could be dealing with multiple jurisdictions. This is a service that is completely reliant on the internet, and if we don't have the internet, we will not be able to access our information, and it is vulnerable to attack through digital attack. Now, I believe the best option for us would be to implement the IaaS server as the IaaS system, as it has scored the highest PI score, and we should get our IT staff to virtualize new workstations for our staff to work from, and this will heavily reduce our commitment to IT hardware and allow for rapid growth or contraction as the market requires. This should be implemented in a hybrid platform that would work best for our organization, as we could place our precedents and corporate documents on the public cloud and secure our clients' documents on a private cloud. Lessons learned. During this presentation, I learned that the best place to start when conducting research for any topic is at a wiki that is publicly accessible for people to edit, and to then go from their references. I also learned that YouTube is a very useful and very powerful tool for education. It's not just good for watching cute video clips of puppies. I learned that it is easy to get a lot of unnecessary information, and it sometimes gets quite difficult to sift through what is unnecessary to get to what is necessary. I was also surprised to learn that the cloud service providers don't necessarily have those servers within Australia, and that the jurisdiction of the privacy laws can change greatly, as I earlier mentioned. And I also discovered just how unforgiving Microsoft Excel data spreadsheets can be. And I'm very grateful for YouTube for the assistance that they provided, and that is in my references on the final 2 pages. I look forward to hearing your response about my application or proposal to implement cloud data services at Rosten Williams. Hello, my name is Ben Hook, and I'm the Chief Information Officer